Good morning to you guys. Good morning. Man, have I missed you. I have absolutely missed you. I have. I just got back late last night. At the time of this video, it is Monday morning, June 3rd, a little after 9 a.m. Mountain Time. And Miles and I just got back from Croatia late last night. Feeling fantastic today. Absolutely feeling fantastic. And so excited to be home. You know, I heard Grant Cardone say, vacation so hard that you don't want to have another vacation. And that's what I always feel like. Anytime that Miles and I take our trips to Europe, we take 2 every year. I'm always happy to be home. I love to travel, but I love Boise, and I love being home. So if you're watching the replay, thank you. If you're sharing this video, thank you. If you're watching with me live, thank you. It's a Monday morning. And I've got something that I don't even know if you know about me that I want to share with all of you. I am deaf in one ear. This was a birth defect. I was born this way, but my parents didn't know it. And it's not a full, when it was first discovered, it was about 30%, but now it's closer to, it's 50% deaf in my right ear. And when it was first discovered, my hearing loss, it was in 7th grade at Orfino Junior High School, where Mr. Ross was the math teacher. And he set up the seating chart in alphabetical order. And my last name is Terhurst, and that starts with a T. Therefore, I was in the very far back. I was the very last student. So he was in the front right, and I was in the left rear, the very last desk. And, you know, I always thought I just wasn't good in math. But when I got into college, I excelled in math. So it's so funny how, you know, when you have, I guess, different teachers or different teaching styles, but when Mr. Ross made fun of me because I couldn't hear him and I was unable to hear the lessons. I wasn't doing well in math. And then he made fun of me in front of the whole class when I finally, I was just like, I can't hear you. And that's when he made fun of me. And you can tell, you can see that I have a bit of bitterness towards him. And if I ever see him again, I'm sure maybe with the far reach of Code Red nowadays, he probably knows that I am not happy about that the way he treated me. But then my parents had my hearing tested because it was such a problem. You know, nowadays, you didn't really go to the principal for things. I mean, back then, you didn't really go to the principal. You didn't complain. Certainly, my parents would never complain about anything and never raise holy heck, never do anything like that. But I think it was bad enough that I came home pretty upset, and they had my hearing tested, and that's when it was discovered that I have a hearing loss in my right ear. It's been all my life, and I've always dealt with it. And it's just something I just know. And it's something that I always just prepare for. And on this last trip, the other guests that were on the trip with us, I had a very difficult time hearing them because I have a hard time hearing in groups where there's somebody's trying to talk to me and there's a lot of background noise. I do wear a hearing aid. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see me. It goes to my ear like this, and then it's behind my ear. And it wasn't until about 4 years ago that I got a hearing aid because these hearing aids are about $4,000 or $5,000 even nowadays. And it goes inside my ear, and I am not at all embarrassed about it. And it helps me out tremendously. It amplifies the noise. So why am I saying all this? And how is it that it in a funny way, it helps me? I am extremely protective of my personal space. I am extremely protective of the people that I spend time with. I won't so much as spend 5 minutes with somebody I don't like. I won't. I don't want to absorb that negative energy. I don't want anything about them to come into my life or into me or anything like that. And I turn a deaf ear to people like that. I am deaf when someone wants to impose limits on me. Now, I realize that I'm actually deaf, but I am extremely protective of who I listen to and who I will let speak in a volume that I can hear. On our trip, we were with a group of 20 other people touring Croatia, and I tell you, there are some negative people out there, and I quickly was able to identify them, and I was quickly able to steer clear of them, because I didn't want so much as to hear a grumble. I didn't want to hear a complaint about the weather, a complaint about how their feet felt, a complaint about how hard the bed was. I didn't want to hear about anything that they had to say, because I didn't want one word, one syllable to be uttered that was negative. I don't want that. There's enough of this in this world that I'm protecting and shielding myself from that. And what I want to say to you is, you need to be deaf when people impose limits on you. Do not listen to that. Do not absorb that. Do not consider or ponder that. Are you kidding me? Everybody said it was impossible, and then it was done. Everybody said that it couldn't be done. My gosh, I mean, there are a million examples of people who didn't give up. I mean, the Wright brothers, everybody from the Wright brothers to Colonel Sanders, getting rejected over 900 times before he finally, at the age of 65, sold his fried chicken recipe. There's Michael Jordan got cut from the high school basketball team. My Lord, there are a million examples of people who didn't listen to the negative. People who didn't stay down like me when I was beat up in that relationship when I was 18, 19 years old. And what would have happened if I would have stayed on that floor? What would have happened? What would have happened if I would have listened to Mr. Ross when he told me I was dumb and then I couldn't do math? I can do math actually pretty well, I think. When I got into college, I had good grades in math. I fought as an elite level professional fighter, as one of the top in the world. What would have happened if I would have listened to my ex-mother-in-law when she told me not to do it, that I shouldn't do it, and that's not what good girls do? So many things, so many times have I been knocked down, and I've turned a deaf ear to it over and over and over. You guys wonder why I'm the way I am. You wonder why I had drawn such a hard line in the sand on every area of my life. You wonder why I can be so rigid and so structured and so blunt and so bold. It's because if you've had life kick you in the teeth over and over and over and over and over and over, you get hard and you learn real quick how to toughen up and what you will and won't stand and put up with for the second half of your life. Turn a deaf ear to people who want to impose limits on you. You know, Code Red, we do weight loss. Everybody knows that I'm the weight loss expert. Nobody gets weight off people better than Code Red. Nobody. Nobody's program is better than ours. We dominate. We dominate in this industry. And this is what we teach on our program. Because you are going to have naysayers that come against you and tell you, oh, it's unhealthy to drink all that water. Oh, really? So the bottle of wine you're drinking every night, that's healthy? Or how about that 2-liter Diet Coke you just put down? That's healthy? Yeah, okay, all right. People are going to come against you. They're going to tell you that you'll gain your weight back. They will tell you that you can't do it. They will tell you that this is too fast of a weight loss. 10% of your body weight every month. Oh, boy. My people are the healthiest people out there. Check the blood work of a rebel. Check the lifestyle. Check the stress factors. Check the inflammation markers. Check them. My rebels are the healthiest out there. We got numbers to prove it. Bull crap. Check the A1C. Check the glucose. Check the ketone productions. My rebels are the healthiest out there. But people will come against you and they will try to tell you otherwise. And that's when you got to turn a deaf ear to those people. We talk about clean up your news feed, clean out your news feed. You guys should see my news feed. It's so bare bones. My news feed is bare bones, man. I unfollow and I unfriend and I hide like that. Like that. because I want everything in my news feeds on social media, which I spend a tremendous amount of time on social media because of this company and because I like it. I want everything, every single word uttered, every single photo, every video, every IGTV, every live video, everything to feed into what I believe and to feed into what I need to keep me going. I need everything to line up with my healthy weight, my healthy lifestyle and my way of doing things. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I don't care. Pick up my phone and look at it. I don't care. I don't care because it's my life and I got to protect my energy, and I turn a deaf ear to anyone who imposes limits on me. I know exactly what I'm capable of. I know exactly where I'm going. I know exactly where Code Red is going. In fact, in this book right here, I got this book from James Friel, my business coach. I have, and this was during my trip where I took notes on all kinds of things where, I mean, it was just every day, my thoughts, my dreams, my plans, everything that I'm working on. I know exactly what I'm working. I know exactly what I'm driven for. And I turn a deaf ear to anybody, anything, any post, any company, any conference, anything that is not going to get me to here. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to be that protective of yourself. If you stop and you say, I'm worth it. I'm worth the effort that I'm putting out. I'm worth me drinking all this water. I'm worth eating real food. I'm worth this, at least 7 hours of sleep a night, for crying out loud. You are worth it. Block any of that coming into your life. Block it. Block it now. Block it right now. You don't need that. You turn a deaf ear to anyone who imposes limits on you. And you do it immediately. You don't wait till tomorrow. You don't wait until next Monday. You do it right now. You unfollow and hide people and videos and companies and anything that is not feeding into you. You do it right now. The time is now. You don't have time to waste. Do you understand me? That's how important this is. Your thoughts become things. Protect your thoughts. Protect yourself. I'm going to say it one more time. You turn a deaf ear to anyone who imposes limits on you. Have a great Monday. I'm thinking about each and every one of you. All right.